What is going on out there, peeps? Okay, so look, I got to do a little bit of a rant because there is something I'm concerned about that I want to address. Now, I already addressed some concerns in the last gold and silver video regarding this right here. Okay? So, yeah, I don't know this person. I know they're saying they work with ITM. I'm a huge fan of Lynette Zhang from ITM. I spoke to this lady regarding our concerns about what was relayed to us in the group regarding this thing about gold or silver not having no value. That for 50 years it's only been at 129 and bullion's no good. And then asking me for my list of inventory, and then she can convert it over to something. And again, she was gonna email me something, and that was about 3 hours ago, 4 hours ago, and I still got nothing. So I got to thinking about this. I was watching over here, real quick. This is International Stacker. I love watching this because I love looking at the amount he has. But he's saying there's a lot of silver scam alerts popping up, and it got me thinking. You know, silver scam alerts. There's probably a lot of them, and we need to be careful in our group and the subscribers from people telling you something is no good, or to send your coins in to go ahead and they'll replace them with the proper coins. In this case here, these people were claiming to sell old coins, and then when you went to go buy them, they kept the money and sent you nothing. I mean, it's just stuff like that. And the reason for all that is, and let me get into that in just a second, but let me just remind everybody, we have Pimpy's investment chat. You guys come on over here. We do talk about investment opportunities. We have the hidden things in front of your eyes. Over here, we do talk about current events and political things, NESARA, GESARA. But you got to understand something. So there's a couple of things I want to bring to your mind. Gold and silver continue to climb. Silver, of course, is outperforming gold. Now, there's a lot of us that are anticipating that sooner or later, they're going to try to smack the value of silver back down somewhere into the teens. I'm anticipating it. How International Stacker just told all his subscribers to stop buying for now. He thought this should be done within this next week. And then he said it would be a quick rebound back into the 20s, and then you would never ever see it back in their teens. What I would say is, look, go ahead and continue to buy, all right, you guys? But don't panic if you see it drop down, $6, $7, $8. Don't panic. I told you guys this is what they're going to do. All right, so a lot of us people who both collect and stack are still waiting for the hammer to be dropped. Boom. We're also noticing that a lot of people out there, so-called experts, are starting to have conflicting reports. We got one group of people saying, and they happen to be traders, of course, saying, hey, don't worry about it. Gold and silver are never going to get as high as they were back in 2008, or this is just like 2008, and eventually it'll go back down. But the major consensus around the world is that's not going to happen. All right? That isn't going to happen. And this is why I tell people, you got to stop falling for all of the BS that's out there. You got to trust your own instincts. This is why it's really important. And I tell you guys, look, I'm not an expert. What I mean by that is I don't have no license that you need to be distributing stuff like that. All I do is I read everything and I analyze it, and then I share with you my opinion. It's up to you to make your own decision. But my decisions are educated decisions. It's based on a lot of things that I read. I look at the graphs. This is what I do, and I share my information with you. Right now, across the world, we are seeing a demand for gold and silver that hasn't been like this in a very, very long time. You see, in 2008, it was just here in the United States. We had a little bit of a crash, although it's fell around the world a little bit because of the marketing bubbles. This crash that we see coming up isn't so much as it is planned. And you know what I mean? It's a change. It's a crash. It's a crash to move us into the new monetary system. What that system is remains to be seen. But a vast majority of the world believe that gold and silver are going to be a part of it. I talk to people all over. Also, quick reminder, I told everybody that cryptos were going to make this July run, but the one I told everybody about, look at this, XLM still around to 10 cents. Real quick, XRP did make it almost to 21 cents. Bitcoin back up to $9,500. Looks like they might hit 96 pretty soon. But let me brag just a little bit. Look at this. Ethereum at 274. 274. Remember, look at this. I want to look at, let me just show you the 5-day. So it's up about 40 bucks in the past week. I told you Ethereum, in my opinion, was the one to be into, and already it's making a run. So, of course, I'm feeling pretty dang good about this choice. I do believe and have a lot more faith in Ethereum than any other ones. So let me tell you what I think I see, and a lot of other experts are talking about as well. There are a couple of things. One, India is back on the market and allowed to buy silver. That's big, all right? And they are pushing, in my opinion, helping push the market up in gold and silver, okay? Also, we're dealing with millennials now. Millennials are getting pretty smart about how to invest. So gold and silvers, because God knows those millennials do not want to have to work. So, you know, they want to stay at home playing video games. So they get really savvy about jumping on the internet and researching when they do make money, what should they put it in. And we're seeing a push, in my opinion, the gold and silver market up. But I also see a lot of them running over into cryptocurrencies, okay? Now, when we see the good news, don't get overly excited. We all want to do the pee-pee dance. I get that, okay? But there is a lot of things going on all at the same time between all the pandemics, the BLM riots and looting around the world. We're seeing potential wars break out. We got an election coming up here. And in my opinion, not to just fearmonger, I'm just ranting here, but in my opinion, you could look forward to, whether it's a Trump win or not, an all-out war inside this country. Because if Trump loses, there's no way in God's green earth that anybody that loves the country as a constitutional republic is going to allow anybody else to take it over. We don't trust anybody that's so entrenched in a deep state, especially politicians that are all under investigation, legitimate investigations, not ones that they lied to us about, like we're finding out now about the so-called Russian collusion delusion, okay? So there's a lot of us who want to keep the country just the way it is, and there's a lot of progressives around the world trying to change the world all at the same time. What's going on here is not exclusively here. It's happening everywhere, okay? So you guys just be on your toes, okay? Just be careful. So besides stocking up on gold and silver, you might want to keep in your little bank, and I talked about this before, maybe about 3 months worth of money, just in case, supply, plus add on additional 10% for unseen things. If you guys can afford them, or you already have them, you want to start cleaning out your weapons. This is not fear-mongering. All I'm saying is just be careful is all I'm saying, okay? That's all I'm saying. There's a lot going on at one time. And if you think that people that lost the power to Trump are going to stand by and easily give it up, knowing that if Trump wins again, it's over for them, they are going to hit him with everything they got. And that's how we benefit from it, because it destroys the market, causes gold and silver to go up. You're going to see people run into things that they call safe havens, all right? And that includes cryptos, okay? And they're going to drive them up. So now's the time to start stacking. You got to own the gold and silver. But more importantly, we need to be alert with scams. I don't know this person. I haven't heard back from her. Maybe she's just busy. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people on my subscription know I'm a huge fan of Lynette Zhang. There's a lot of them that know that she's with ITM, so it could have been that they use that as their particular target. They could be targeting my subscribers. They could be targeting those in the group. I don't know. I never heard of this, and when I called the other metal dealers, we weren't sure what the hell they were talking about. And when I called this lady, I don't know. I didn't feel right. It didn't make any sense to me, and I cleared that all up in the other video. You know what I mean? So my rant is, there are a lot of people out there that know people are scared, uninformed, misinformed, newbies, speculators, and they are going to try to scam you out of your money. Scam you out of it. They'll say everything possible to get it out of your hands. Oh, that's the wrong kind of metal. Oh, that currency is no good. This is going to reset to zero. You know, send your money to me. We'll swap it out. Let's get you the good stuff, or buy through us, and then you don't get anything. So just be careful with that. I would not make any recommendations to when I say go to Money Metals. I bought from them personally, so I know who they are. I know they're reputable. I know they won an award. They're a family-owned business here in the United States. That type of stuff to me means a lot and is very important. I can tell you that they put a lot of emphasis and on customer service, and that's important to me. They know a lot of my subscribers are newbies, and they don't mind answering your questions if you got questions. We don't want to overwhelm them, of course, but there are a lot of newbies, all right? There are. And I'm really concerned about, this isn't the only scam. I've seen quite a few other ones who are getting ripped off, okay? Money Metals here. I'm going to show you the ones. If you want to buy metals, look, I'm not partial. I'm not biased, okay? I do work with Money Metals. We know this. I told everybody about it. I disclosed it. They're an awesome company, and their prices are very, 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 very competitive. But just to show you what I'm talking about, these are reputable people. Money Metals Exchange is reputable people. Here's AntMix. AntMix, I believe, is the world's largest. And I just found out that they might actually be selling to people internationally. I might be wrong, but somebody said they had an AntMix in another country. So what you might want to do is Google AntMix where you're at, because they might have multiple stores around the world. They're one of the largest, if not the world's largest coin sellers, okay? So silver, gold, they have everything here, okay? See, I'm showing it. It doesn't have to be one-sided. You guys have choices. But I'm showing you the ones that I bought from personally who are reputable, okay? Then you have JM Bullion. JM Bullion's really good. I've bought from them as well. And they have even freakier stuff. So they don't just have coins, which is really nice. They have a wide selection of coins. But they have like other like cool things in here. Let's see here. So they have like is this the place? I think it's the right place. But they have like sugar skulls and stuff like that. I mean, real kind of cool stuff like that. You know what I mean? So you could go there. You can see what kind of sales they got going on. Anyways, I just want to show you JM Bullion, somebody I bought from before in the past. They are reputable as well. Okay. So let's see what else. Here's another company. Government mints, of course. Oh, Golden State Mint. I like them. They are another small business that's owned, and they do all kinds of things. I bought from them. So they have options for coins, including fractionals, which is something that a lot of people make. Now, they're becoming more and more popular because they design their own coins sometimes, and they're very low mintages, and there is a strong demand for them. And the coins have a tendency to shoot up, and they have some great deals on those, okay? So there's different places that I go for different reasons, okay? So, first coin is reputable, but don't go here for gold and silver stacking. These are for people who have money and love rare coins. They design a lot of coins with very, very, very low mintages. They tend to be extremely expensive, but also very beautiful coins. The artwork is unbelievable, as you can imagine. Okay, so these are the kind of coins that I collect. You can see over there to the side, you can see the design in them. You know what I mean? These are, these are rare coins. They're very low, but they're also very, very expensive. So anyways, there are other options, you guys. Those are the ones I'm sharing with you. Just be careful of some of these claiming to pay more than market value just so that you'll part with them. Your coins, you know, if you're going to sell them, it's easy to sell. Check out Money Exchange. They do theirs. They buy back as well, okay? I'm just letting you guys know. I'm just starting to really feel, for some reason, that might have been some type of scam, all right? I don't want to assume anything. I don't know the person, but this to me seemed very questionable. I did call the number that was on there. I did talk to the lady. She did try to explain to me she was going to email me something, but after I start watching, there's a lot of people putting out videos right now posting that there's some type of alerts for different types of scams, and that's the first thing that crossed my mind. Okay, so just be careful. Yeah, that's right. Look at that, 274. 274. It dropped down to 227 not that long ago. So look, you're starting to see a pullback on gold, but it still went up to 1884. All right, look at this. So it was up at, what is it, 23? It's down just a little bit. Yeah, they're going, don't be, so I don't know if they can do it, but many of us are expecting a some kind of smackdown by the bankers. That these are easily, metals are easily manipulated. All right, so just be careful. So if it does fall back and it falls back into the teens, don't panic, all right? Because trust me, the odds are the premiums won't budge much. You'll still be paying what you're paying now. So it doesn't really make a difference, okay? All right, you guys, I just wanted to kind of air out a little bit. I'm really concerned about those types of posts now, and especially when I called the person and didn't seem to make sense to me. And then I go to, and I show you what to Zhang's videos, and she's pushing the same metals that that person said was no good, unless they're that evil, but I doubt it. All right, you guys. All right, anyways, I just want to share this with you. I just want to rant. Just be careful. There are a lot of scams out there, you guys. And especially with a lot of you who don't have a lot of discretionary funds. If something seems questionable, please feel free to bring it up to my attention like this was, and I'll look into it a little bit more. All right, you guys. All right, I hope that helps. And if you like the video, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so because it helps out the channel. And God knows I love you guys when you help me out. And I'll catch you later.